I'd like for you folks to meet a very dear friend of mine. He's the Executive Vice President of the American Quarter Horse Association, headquartered in Amarillo, Texas. And Don, I am so proud that you joined us. Glad you're here, and we're going to talk about quarter horses.
That's great, Red. Great to be here, and especially to talk about one of my favorite topics. I know yours too, American quarter horses.
You know, we start talking about quarter horses in West Texas, for example. We're talking about cow horses, animals that you can go and do anything you want to do on. But the American quarter horse is so adapted to almost any discipline you want to talk about, competitively, on the ranch, in the arena, anywhere you want to ride a quarter horse. How many different disciplines do you think there are that quarter horses exhibit?
Oh, there's a bunch. I think it's remarkable that we take the basic traits of the ranch horse, what he was bred to do, be a great ranch horse, and adapt all these different events, different disciplines that he does now around the world. One that comes to mind real quickly is reining. The chasing a cow and heading off a cow, and the cutting part, the spins, the stops, the slides, that's all been adapted to an arena event called reining. And it's probably the fastest growing event we have right now. It's going around the world. We've got about 35 countries that have active reining participations. We have a lot of interest from the International Equestrian Federation, the FEI. Reining is now part of the World Equestrian Games, which is the major equestrian competition for the world every 4 years. So that's just one. Of course, we've got English. The horse is now doing dressage, approved dressage. We have a new class called Ranch Pleasure that's out. There's just so many things that we're so proud the horse can do.
As we go back to the basics of where we developed the quarter horse, we have the ranch horse competition. Cutting, of course, cutting was a very important part of the daily life of a cowboy. And they used to say that a fellow who had good cutting horses could never be without a job.
Right, that's true.
Because they're very unique animals. And then somebody decided that my horse is faster than your horse, so they started running them.
Right.
And racing and match races, and today the racing world in quarter horses is just unbelievable.
It's doing really well. Of course, we're the first breed of any kind to have $1 million purse, the All-American Futurity, and I believe it's going to be $2.5 million in years coming up. It's a great sport for our breed, quarter horse racing. It's conducted in about 30 states, and it's growing. There's a lot of interest in racing right now.
And a lot of purses, a lot of big money. So that if a person wants to be in the racehorse business, there's plenty of money to shoot at in there.
Right. When I was a kid back in the 60s, it was all non-parimutuel. It was kind of, you went to the tracks and you bet among yourselves. And now with the parimutuel racing, first in Oklahoma and Texas, and now with the alternative gaming associated with the tracks, like in New Mexico and Oklahoma and Louisiana, the purses are huge. And you can make money racing quarter horses, big time now.
And then, of course, we have the arena events like roping and team roping and tie-down calf roping and steer roping. Right. The quarter horse has always excelled in that arena.
Always has, and I think there's been some great entrepreneurs get involved with these different events. I mean, the USTRC made team roping equitable for everybody, and look how that's grown. I think there's something like 80,000 people on their rolls in terms of team ropers, and it goes on and on and on. And of course, one of my favorite events every year is the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo, where you get to see the great quarter horses in roping and barrel racing and team roping and steer wrestling compete, and those are just fantastic horses. A lot of people win a lot of money on those horses. And
the barrel racers. You know, there are barrel racing futurities that pay an awful lot of money.
A lot of money, yes, sir.
And quarter horses are a big part of that.
I'll tell you an interesting story. We just got back from working with some people in China, and there is lots of interest in barrel racing among the Chinese. And so we see that as another growth area, barrel racing moving around the world. And China, as well as South America, is a great country, or a great continent, with Brazil leading the charge for barrel racing there.
I'm waiting on it to be cold enough to get these flies out of here now. Then when we talk about the arena events and the competition of the cowboys, still those cowboys out on the ranches try to raise the best horses they possibly can, because they go to ranch rodeos.
Right.
They compete with each other. And so the quarter horse is still a very competitive animal in all facets of its life. Is it not the largest equine breed association in the world?
Oh, by far, yeah. We've registered over 5 million American quarter horses since we started in 1940. And to give you some comparison, we register around 100,000 new foals each year, where the thoroughbreds are registered around 25,000. So we're 4 times as large as the thoroughbreds, which most people think is the top breed around the world, but it's actually American quarter horses.
And when I went down to Australia, I saw a lot of quarter horses down there, and they were importing American-bred quarter horses down there to improve their stock. Don Treadway, thank you so much for taking the time to come visit with us.
Thank you, Rhett. It's always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure to spend time with you wherever it is.